Hey, good morning, everybody. So this a trade recap was requested a few times in the simpler central room, so I thought I'd go ahead and do this quick trade breakdown. And if you're not a member of the simpler central room or the small account mentorship and whatnot, so on and so forth, basically we did a oil trade this morning on crude futures, and um, which turned out positive. And there was questions as far as like why did I have my targets at certain spots, because they were kind of like at abnormal places, but they're actually working very well, and it's all based off the anchored VWAP. So before we dive into the setup for me personally this morning, I did net about $9,000 on this day trade. You can see I'm trading 20 funded accounts. I'm sure y'all have seen like the prop firm stuff and all that. I have been a big fan of prop firms, as this has been I got introduced into the prop firm world early before all this craze for it. Like I had to like do some in-depth dive into the prop world. I've been a prop trader since 2015, and now they're just everywhere, which is interesting. But anyways, I did the trade copier, and I did this in 20 accounts. So I made 450 in each one, which nets I made 9K this morning. Um, nice day, right? So I mean, now it's time to get ready and enjoy the 4th of July. So cut that out of the way. Let's talk about the trade. What exactly happened? All right, so first I go from big picture down, and I have been using anchored VWAPs for all my decisions for entries and exits and stuff, and it has been amazing, to be quite honest. It has been great, and um, and it's just something I've been really finessing over and over, and I don't think I'm going to deviate from it ever again, to be quite honest. If I do, y'all guys call me out on it. All right, so let's look at big picture and look down. So I like to start. I have the hourly right here, my 15-minute, and my 2-minute over here. I look at the 2-minute or 1 minute. Either one kind of really works. It depends on how much volatility is happening. So here is oil futures, right? Crude. So basically, the way I was looking at this is, all right. So obviously, we see that the trend has gone up. I have some various anchored VWAPs down here, and the white ones are from major swing highs and lows, and the red ones from economic data, since oil probably OPEX, and not OPEX, but oil inventories. And then my blue ones are usually they're my at the open anchored VWAPs, and I keep them up there for the week. So if this is big picture, right? I mean, you look at this right here. The main point where we took entry is this yellow line that comes up right here, and this one right here was actually a major swing low, as I have the color wrong here. But right here, this yellow line that goes this way is the balance of buyers and sellers since this rally. So that tells me, well, all right, obviously this was a major swing high on the hourly time frame, right? And we pulled back to the balance of where all buyers and sellers are based off of this last push. So to me, it's just a point, it's a level of interest that I want to pay attention to. And I use my directional bias based off of the overall trend. And in this case, it looked like a buying the dip, basically type of opportunity at a level of which where buyers are expected to step up. So, and this is the hourly time frame, like I said, we got here. And then another thing is I was looking at this. Okay, so if this is where I was expecting buyers and sellers to step in, right? So price came down, balanced up to here, came back down, and you can see how we started to get wicks at the bottom by this VWAP overnight. I'm like, all right, so that's telling me buyers are potentially going to step up. I just drew a trend line across the highs right there, and that was kind of like where if that we can get pushing above that, that's going to tell me that we're at least potentially going to pop up, potentially, right? I mean, it could go either way. Um, so minimize this here. So that was the hourly time frame. The 15-minute time frame is about the same. It just kind of correlated the exact same thing I'm looking at. Now, what happened in the lower time frame where we traded? All right, so where did we make entry? All right, so I'll get these lines here. Well, actually, do you know what? I could do this since they have this fancy little thing here. All right, so where we got into position was at 82.94, and I wanted to get it to pop above that high. So it was there. Put our stop at 80 here, move it across, and then I had my final target at 83.25. Now why 83.25? Well, make sure I'm putting it in the right spot. Okay, so that's kind of what it would look like there. Um, Now why 83.25? So entry, trying to make sure I paint the whole picture. So entry, actually I should do green, as it shows entry, and the stop was at 80. All right, first target was 83.10, which is right in front of this anchored VWAP here. So I wanted to scout there. And the next one was 83.25, and that's right where we stopped right here. And that was really all because of this anchored VWAP here, this blue line. This blue line is the open from yesterday. So yesterday at the market open, it stayed below it the whole time. So since yesterday's volume, this is where the buyers and sellers are at a balance. So in my mind, I was thinking, okay, we're going to come from here potentially to here, and it may pop above it, which is fine. But the trade is from this zone to that zone, and then just being done with it. And you can look, you see, it's still having a hard time at that level. So let me go ahead and get rid of that real quick, so you kind of see. So the sellers are still kind of stepping up since yesterday's open. So that's basically all it was. In a nutshell, like I said, bigger picture, pulled down to this major anchored VWAP, started to see some balance, some bottoming on the hourly time frame, hence this line across. Got in on the break at about 94, stopped down here at 80, and then scaled out at 83.10, and then at 83.25, which is the anchored VWAP from yesterday's open. But yeah, like I said, quick, easy day. Well, easy now could have been easily been a headache, but nonetheless, like I mentioned, quick $9,000 for the morning. That's a quick trade breakdown. But if you have any questions, like always, feel free to ask them in the comment section. I'll get to answering them. I haven't posted a video in a very long time, so just haven't had really much to talk about. But I've been focusing a lot on day trading futures, and it's been pretty nice. But everyone have a good day. Have an awesome 4th of July, and I'll see y'all next week. Take care, everybody.